Yo! Yo, yo, yo! Welcome, everybody. My name's Mikey. Welcome to Hellstormwargaming. Hello, hello. Is it finally loaded? YouTube takes so long to load in. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Hellstormwargaming. My name is Mikey. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you're all doing well. How you doing? How you doing? It's been a couple of days. Excuse me. Hello. Late. Bang on time, mate. Bang on time, I'd say. Let me get my chat bot up. It's actually loaded? It took so long to load in then. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going live on youtube.com and twitch.tv. Let me know which one you're watching on. Let me know what's going on. How are you doing? Just got to give Discord a minute to come in. Hello. There we go. The alert has come through. Fucking hell. How long is it taking to do stuff? Sometimes YouTube takes so long to connect. I've been live on Twitch for like 5 minutes with a wait screen. And then it says I'm offline again. Yeah, it's knocked me offline for some reason. There we go. God damn. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, my name's Mikey. I've got some stories to tell you today. And we're going to be talking about the most controversial Primarch model to ever hit the Warhammer community. But what I want to say is, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Should you be out at a restaurant with Georgie, you fucking normie? No. No. Who's going to entertain the masses if I'm out at a restaurant? No, I've just had a sandwich. That's what I've had. Because you guys are my Valentine. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Welcome. Did you get a card this morning? You know? Did you get a little card this morning? Did you get asked to be a Valentine? Well, if not, I'll be your Valentine. How's that sound? How does that sound? Now who's being parasocial? Literally, look, if you're watching me tonight and not on a date, then, you know, I think you want me to be parasocial, don't you? Let's be honest. Cheese sandwich and tea, just like good old Wallace and Gromit. Listen, shut the fuck up about Wallace and Gromit. Wallace and Gromit is a Wednesday only reference, okay? We don't talk about Wallace and Gromit on the real Warhammer streams. That's a Wednesday conversation, all right? Do not mention Wallace and Gromit ever again until Wednesday. I got a big invoice this morning. Yeah, do you know what I got for Valentine's Day? Apart from a card from my lovely fiance. Okay. I got a fucking screw in my tyre. I got a fucking screw in my tyre. Absolute dog shit. And guess what? I didn't even know that I had a screw in my tyre, so I couldn't even get it repaired because it fucked it. Look at the fucking state of that. How is that so perfectly in the tread? How is that so perfectly in the tread? Absolute bullshit. But anyway, was on my way to the studio. At least she got screwed at least once on Valentine's Day. Fuck's sake. Multiple of you all saying the same joke. I hope you're happy with yourself. I hope you're happy with yourself. Almost looks purposeful. It does. It's brutal. Shout out to Wicker Tires, all right? I was on my way to the studio. Guess what's next to the studio? A tire place. 20 minutes. I had a new tire. All right? 20 minutes, I had a new tire. 40 quid. Let's fucking go. I don't know where that tire's from. Probably nicked, but I don't even care. I don't even care. I was so mad. I was so angry. Spent 20 minutes changing my tyre, and then within 20 minutes, I had a new one on it. I was just like, holy shit, dude. Yo, Jordan! Thanks for the membership. 35 months, almost 3 years. Happy Valentine's to you. Happy Valentine's to you. I have fucking blocked Own 3D already. Go away. I've never played 40 quid for a tyre before, so I popped a tyre. So that was a screw. Okay. Better than changing it at a petrol station. Yeah. So one time, me and Alex were on our way to Amsterdam. All right. We pulled over at a petrol station. He was like, oh, I'm just going to pop to the cash machine. I was like, yeah, wicked. I'll just spin the car around so we can get out. Span the car around, pop the tyre. And then a few months ago, I think it was like November. I think it was not long after, or it might have been just before, just after I went to Japan, right? Hit a pothole, popped a tyre. Because Sheffield's full of the fuckers. Okay. Went to Quick Fit, cost me nearly 400 quid for 2 tyres. And then this morning, Wicker tyres, 40 quid for one. I was like, never again. I'm just going to go see them. Every time. Every time. As I said, the tyres are probably nicked, but I don't even care. This place just fucking, like, taking locking nuts off. You know what I mean? It's that sort of place. I in and out, you know? In and out. I was like, if I leave my car here long enough, they're going to take the other 3 tyres as well as payment for the first one. So I'm going to leave quick. It was great. Well, as you probably went to Quick Fit. Yeah, so basically, I normally go to, like, Halfords and stuff, but everyone was busy, so I was like, I'll have to go to Quick Fit. 400 quid. Actually, absolute fucking joke. And guess what? They're the worst tyres I've ever had. If you remember the snow drama, okay, that's because of Quick Fit. Anyway, chat, that led me on to being, doing something quite funny today. All right. That's led me on to do something quite funny. All right. You know I'm a petty bitch, right? You know I'm a petty bitch. You know this. 1's in chat if you think I'm petty. 2 if you don't. Answer that. 1's in chat if you think I'm petty. I'm a petty bitch. I'm giving you freedom to call me a bitch now. Okay. 2 if you think I'm cool. Alright. Where's the timer? Shut up. 1 if you think I'm petty. 2 if you don't. Okay. Everybody thinks I'm petty. Alright. So I've been saying something on stream for a couple of weeks. Okay. For a couple of weeks. Because, obviously, right, context, all right? Space Marines, all right? Space Marines are my main army, all right? They're the only army I play competitively, all right? That's an important note to take out, okay? But obviously, a really popular unit right now is a Vindicator, you know? A popular unit right now is a Vindicator. And a lot of people are choosing to use the Horus Heresy Vindicator. Okay, this is what it looks like. All right. This is what it looks like. Now, the problem is, what did you spot the problem with this Vindicator compared to a 40k Vindicator? That's right. This fucking dozer blade, right? I couldn't even scratch my ass with that Vindicator's dozer blade. All right. I think this Vindicator is too small. Hence, it's still in the box. It's still sealed, all right? Because if I thought it was the right size, I would have built it and used it. Because I need 2 Vindicators on my list. I'm going to a tournament in like a month. I need 2 Vindicators, okay? However, somebody, I'm not going to name any names. If they want to admit it, that's fine. But I'm not going to name any names. Somebody told me I was full of horseshit, quote, because I said that this Vindicator is smaller. Or at least I said, I think it's smaller. Okay. So, I went out today and bought a space... Oh, it's got my order number on. Does that matter? I'll scribble it out anyway. So, today I went out and bought an old Space Marine Vindicator. And I'm going to build these and find out if one is bigger than the other. Because I'm pretty sure that dozer blade is going to have a significant difference to that one, which has nothing. It's fucking nothing. It's baby Vindicator. The dozer blade she tells you not to worry about. Okay? So I'm just, you know what? I might even open it now. Because, look, before I do, either way, I win this argument, all right? If I'm right and this Vindicator is smaller, I get to laugh at everybody and call everybody big cheaters for using a model that's smaller, it's modded for advantage, and I get to tell the person who said I was full of horse shit, quote, that they are actually the ones full of horseshit because I've proven it. Okay. However, if it's not smaller and it's the same, chat, you might be thinking, Mikey, you fucked it. You're gonna have to admit you were wrong. If it's the fucking same size, I've got 2 Vindicators, lads. Just save myself 40 quid. Because you'll never guess where I got this Vindicator from. You know? You never guess where I got this Vindicator from. That's right, chat. I got it from the discount Warhammer link that's in the description, known as the Outpost. Was that going to work? There it is. Oh, it's not going to work on YouTube. Okay, we're banning this. Razil, you can have 10 seconds. Sam, you can have 10 seconds. You can have 10 seconds. I got it from the outpost.com. Okay, who are supporting the channel? Who are supporting the channel? God damn it. This didn't work. That wasn't as smooth as I hoped it was going to be. Who are supporting the channel by powering this stream using my link in the description. You can grab yourself some discount Warhammer with free delivery and earn points every time you buy. I actually got £10 knocked off this Vindicator because I've been saving up my points, my out points. So you can grab one of these as well as loads of other Warhammer things, okay, at a discount, and you can support me every time you buy something. I get a 5% kickback. How cool is that? How cool is that? All right, so you can support me using that link. All right. Look at the size of that dozer blade, bro. Look at the size of that dozer blade. The Outpost first message. Right, I'm taking it off the sprue. This is live. Look at this. Live model making. Look at me. I think everybody should do painting streams like this camera angle. Fun fact, I'm also putting together Vindicator. Who fucking isn't at this point? You know what I will say, chat, which I completely forgot to mention? Get the calipers out. I really should. I really should. You know what I want to say? Crucially, before we look at the size of the dozer blade, okay, the box is much thinner. Almost like the tank is going to be thinner as well. Look, perfectly flat on the back. It's thinner. Thinner AF. Okay, let's see if we can see without building it. Let's see if we can see without building it. New kit is also much nicer and much smaller. I want the Eldar version of a Vindicator. What's the Eldar version of a Vindicator? A dead one? So there's the hull. Oh, that looks a hell of a lot bigger without building it. Alright. That looks a hell of a lot bigger without even building it. That doesn't look like exhaust stacks are going to make up that difference. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. Now, I can't actually test now because I do need to put it together. Okay. But this Vindicator has extra armor, but is it that much extra armor? That looks a lot fucking wider. What if you put a 40k dozer blade on a 30k body? Totally fine. Totally fine. That dozer blade is huge. Okay. That dozer blade is massive. It is not the same width as a Rhino because it's much wider because it sits on the outside of... Because basically the supports sit on the outside and around the Rhino. Are you saying I'm not prepared? My stream isn't like... My stream isn't about a Vindicator. I'm not streaming for 2 hours about a Vindicator. This is topic 1 of 5. It's just the right size for the content rather than a standard size. They could have reboxed it. They've reboxed the Vindicator like 4 times. Do you not think they'd save money on the packaging if they reduced the packaging? It's not that. It's because it doesn't fit in the smaller box. Do I have a Deimos Rhino to compare it with? No. No, because I'm going to build this one. And I'm going to prove it. Alright? I'm pretty sure that the extra armor is not going to make up that much difference. You know? That's like, what, 10 mil? It's like a couple of... It's even more than 10 mil. I think that's probably... I don't have a tape measure handy, annoyingly. They're all at the studio. That's like fucking... That's not like a gnat's cock, you know what I mean? That is so much wider. I don't think the exhaust stacks and the extra armor are going to make the difference. You know? It's like 1 centimeter wider when it's built. I'll take your word for it, but I'm going to build it and prove it. All right? And I can't wait. So next stream, I can tell this is a person who owns both. It does not fit. I don't think it does. I don't think it does. So if you are a Space Marine player and you're using a 30k Rhino, get ready to be called a big fat cheat. Okay? Get ready to be called a big fat cheat by who? Me. By me. All right? Bearing in mind the Vindicator sprue doesn't fit in here. The Vindicator sprue only just fits in here because it's bigger. Did you know? So anyway, so yeah. So either way, I win. But I'm pretty sure I win either way. I win the proper way. Because I'm going to build that fucker. And it's going to be massive compared to the other one. And then I get to dance and laugh. The 40k Dozaway won't fit. Well, no, it's what lopsided, right? The point being is that it's much wider. Which means if you take a 30k one, you're actually modeling for advantage. Do you want me to sit and build a Vindicator for 2 hours? Because I can't be bothered. I ain't going to be doing that. So I went out and bought a Vindicator today to prove a point, basically. I also need a Vindicator. So I only bought one just in case I'm right. I'm wrong, sorry. Because if I'm wrong, I've got 2 Vindicators. I can go to my tournament. If I'm right, I get to laugh and then buy another one from somewhere. So there you go. There's the latest drama I've called. This is an inverted commas. Do you need a reason to buy more 40k? No. No, I don't. So yeah, if it's much thinner, you can just put... I think if you put a dozer blade on the front, a proper one, a siege blade, then it's, like, probably fine. But without building it, from what I think, from knowing the models I know, I think it's too thin. From somewhere you mean by from the Outpost, link in the description. Yeah, literally. That's what I said, Sam. That's what I said, Sam, and don't you fucking forget it. Never forget it. How do you not have 2 Vindicators as a Marine player? Bro, have you seen how many Marines I have? I was thinking, when the studio's done, which, by the way, very close to being done. All I'm going to say is, don't mark it in your calendar yet, but hopefully next week you'll know when I'm doing my first live stream back. Okay? Hopefully next week you'll know when I'm doing my first live stream back. That's what I'm hoping. Doing live games, which would be cool. But I was thinking maybe I'm probably going to be doing a lot more member-only videos, but they're going to be like a little bit more like focused on like hobby stuff, but they're not going to be like super clickbait or anything like that. You know? And maybe I do like army reviews or like showcase armies where I show you like how big the armies are, what we've got available. Let's just say you don't own rhinos. I own 3 rhinos, but they're all convertible to be whirlwinds or razorbacks. But yeah, I've never bought a Vindicator. You know, I was never bothered about them because they went in Dawn of War. And then they've been shit the entire time I've been playing, like, properly, you know? Like, whilst I've been playing properly, in inverted commas, Vindicators have always been shit. So, but I do need a load of rhinos soon. That's for sure. Definitely some rhinos and land raiders. I don't actually own any land raiders for my Space Marines that are painted. I've only got 2 in box. I've got 2 in box, which is great, but I don't actually own any others, which is quite funny. So they're just, the thing is with it is my more modern, my more recent Space Marine army has definitely been a build of metas, you know what I mean? There's lots of stuff that has been meta, but not like generic stuff. How many rhinos I need? I think I need 3. I think I might have 1 already. Fun. The Deimos Rhino is slightly wider because of the exhaust. Yeah, that makes sense, but the Vindicator's got so much extra armor. Build the Raiders. Yeah, they're just like fucking... I might try and do loads of tanks all in one go. Maybe you should compare a 30k and a 40k Land Raider. Maybe, yeah. That could be a good idea. I don't know if I have a 30k Land Raider, though. I don't really want to go and buy one. Because that's like something I'm not going to use. That's something I'm just not going to use. PM you on Discord and I'll send you 3 heresy ones. Dude, really? That's so kind of you. Thank you, bud. You're a fucking star. There's quite a few things I need actually recently. But yeah, rhinos are the same size. Rhinos are the same size. Predators are the same size as well because I checked my predators against someone else's predator. But I think Vindicator's because of the Dozer Blade, that's the problem, you know. You gave me a 30k ready if you want to compare. Oh, I did. I did. I forgot about that. If you built it, then maybe. Should we ban all alternatives and conversions to avoid modeling for advantage? So I think there's like nuance, right? I think there's nuance. I think if as a community, not just like me on my grandstand, because I think this is a valid conversation, a very interesting one, because a lot of people buy the 30k version of a 40k vehicle for Space Marines, you know? Before you could use both, you know, then you use the right one. But obviously, the fact that all the 30k stuff has been banned / legends from 40k, a lot of people, including myself, use 30k vehicles as their 40k equivalents. And a lot of the time, it's not an issue, you know? Like, as we've mentioned, as far as I'm aware, the Deimos Rhino, the plastic 30k Rhino, is the same, if not bigger, than the 40k version, you know? And it's like, if you are like using something that's slightly too big, that's okay. Because that will make a huge difference to line of sight. Because if something's bigger, it's much harder to hide. It's much harder to maneuver, you know. It's harder to get it into like behind walls or into buildings. And also, it's harder to get it through gaps, which is the big one, you know. And it's like, if there's a gap between buildings, you know, especially because a lot of people who are watching, you know, use tournament layouts, you know, the intention, because obviously they haven't been tested with every unit, let's be honest. But the intention is, you can only get so much through certain gaps, you know. You can't have your entire army behind a building, then your entire army in open line of sight where they can see everything and kill it, you know. Which is causing a huge drama, as Shadowsun's brought up, which is causing huge drama in the Eldar community, because a lot of people are complaining about the extra fins a Wave Serpent has. Because a Fire Prism, a Falcon, and a Wave Serpent are all the same kit, but a Wave Serpent has Wave Serpent fins. That, according to the law, that's the Serpent Shield, okay? That's what it actually is, you know? Lehman, I'll get back to you afterwards. Appreciate it, mate. You're a legend. And yes, I know. I Mastodon, you know? I know who you are. So a lot of people are kind of like blown up being like, do I have to stick on these fins on my Wave Serpent? And it's like, yeah, because if you don't put them on, you are intentionally making your model smaller, so you are modeling for advantage, okay? So, like, if you are using something that's the same size or bigger, no one really minds. But if you are starting to use something that's too small, you can get it around tighter corners, get into smaller gaps, and get it into places it shouldn't, which is the problem. Not being able to get a unit where it can, but because it's too big you can't, is a self-detriment, you know? You are penalising yourself by using a different model if you're using something that's too big. If you're using it as too small, you're able to get stuff where they shouldn't be. Because it's too small, you are modelling for advantage, you know? So, a lot of people, you might remember, okay, back in the day, the big one, the big problem, if I can find a picture, a big problematic unit was the Wraith Knight, but not in 10th edition. This is like 7th edition, okay? Wraith Knights were really, really popular. And the Wraith Knight is a superposable unit. So you can pose it kneeling down. Okay, so it's not as crucial or as important in the current game of 40k. However, it's a prime example of being able to take a model and pose it in a way that would gain you an advantage. Because in 7th edition, you didn't have obscuring, you didn't have like infinitely high ruins. So a lot of people built models smaller, crouched down, so they could hide it behind smaller buildings, okay? As I said, it's called modeling for advantages. If you've ever heard of that, it's talking about building a model or using a proxy model, because it does come under the same thing, that is giving you an advantage in some way, you know? So that's like an older example. You've got current wave serpent drama happening now because people don't want to put the 3 fins on. Okay. Then now, I think we've got this one. I just can't answer it today because I need to find the evidence. The evidence is in my hands. The problem is it's been tampered with. Someone's put it into pieces. They've got to build it. You know? Similar to using older bases when models change base. Yeah, so if in a tournament, if you're using a model that has a new base size that is usually larger, you are actually modeling for advantage. Even if you haven't actually modeled anything, you are actively gaining an advantage because, let's say, for example, orks went from 25mm to 32mm bases, okay? That's a 7mm difference. Add 10 models. Now, if they're crouched in a line, they're actually 70mm longer, you know? 70mm is like over nearly 3 inches longer. How much more space they should take up. So now that unit can get into smaller gaps. It can go through smaller pieces of terrain. It can end up on sides of the walls that it wouldn't normally be able to fit, you know? Now, I don't think, like, modern models have this in mind, because I know a lot of models are starting to feel very, like, not a starter kit, but they kind of go together one way. No questions asked, you know what I mean? They, like, if a model is stood on a rock, you can't change that rock. Every model is going to be stood on a rock. But it's something you've got to be aware of, and when we are using proxy models, because using a 30k model as a 40k model, whether you like it or not, is a proxy, because it's not the right model. We have to make sure we're doing our due diligence, you know? So yeah, so anyway, so that's why I've bought a new Vindicator, because I'm pretty sure the 30k one is too small. A lot of people are using the 30k one. I could be wrong about this particular instance, but modeling advantage is something to be aware of, you know? Now we all know why you're not gluing the tail on the back of your Tomb Kings thing. That's true. You know why? Because I'm modeling for advantage. Because it overextends another base width, okay? The Tomb King's Bone Dragon is on a 150mm base, and I'm pretty sure it hangs 150mm over that base. If I make all my Necrons laying prone, I'm a bad guy. You are, I'm afraid. You are. I'm proxying a bunch of random shit for a game of Trench Crusade tomorrow. Well, good luck with it. Let me know how it is, because I've still got my Cursed ones of the Evil Demon guys. I really need to print them, which I'm probably going to do for a video very soon. And I really need to, like, try and learn the rules. I've got Curse of the 7 Serpent Heads or something. What have I got? Trench Crusade. Curse. Cult of the 7-Headed Serpent. That's what I've got. Cult of the 7-Headed Serpent. I just saw this guy and I was like, you know what? I'm so in. I saw this guy and I was like, you know what? I am actually in this game. That's all it took. One exposed booby, but also cool demon guy. Cool demon guy. Do you know what he reminds me of? The character Tim Curry plays in Brutal Legend. Same remind me of Scott. Scott's going to have to change, because I don't know anyone else who's played, so we are going to have to play a game together. I don't know anyone else. One exposed booby, that's it. So yeah, so that's just like something that's come up, something that I think's interesting. Whether I'm right or wrong doesn't really matter, but you should be careful when using proxy models. That's what's important. That's what's important. Be careful when using proxy models. You know? What did I miss? 30k vehicles should be standard for trade marines. Yeah, probably. How about Arvanas' Riptides? See it a lot, and mine is gathering dust at a rapid pace. Which was the Arvana again? So the Arvana... Isn't the Arvana like a conversion kit of a Riptide? Isn't it like a conversion... Isn't it like a Riptide body with Forge World parts on? Just so we're clear, our 30k VDK is banned at All Stars. Until I've done my research now. So if it's if like this is like... This is actually modeling for disadvantage, right? Because this is a Riptide model with more bits on it. So yeah, that's fine. You know? That's fine. It's pretty clear what it is. It's the same size. You know? It's the same silhouette. That's the main thing as well. It's like the silhouette shape. Because it's not only just like physical measurements. It's like, how wide is it here? How wide is it here? How does it sit on the board? Thousands would be good with heresy models and weapons as they've never really changed. Yeah. Well, I was looking at Emperor's Children. The new ones. And they just look like they're in Mark IV, don't they? They just look like they're in heresy armor with a slightly bit of trim. Just a minor bit of trim. Isn't that funny? You know? Isn't that a bit funny? They're just in Mark IV. They even got the studs there, look. But for probably the Lord Chaos access a lot of all the pattern vehicles. Yeah, no, I know a lot of people use, like, probably using traitor, well, 30k stuff for traitor vehicles is super common. Because the thing is, with a lot of the old vehicles, they're just dated as well. I'm going to have to get you to check all my World Eaters conversions. Yeah? You are? But yeah, I just looked at these, I was just like... It took me a minute to realise, and I was just like... Huh, they are just Mark IV. Just with a little bit of Slaanesh trim, aren't they? Isn't that funny? Isn't that wild? What a crazy, weird thing. Anyway. Not all Chaos Marines are from the Horus Heresy era. Yeah, but they're from the most common, right? Considering they use the warp to travel. 30k Vindicators look like the Overwatch 2 version of a Vindicator. True. True! Anyway, speaking of 30k chat, how has this become the most controversial Heresy Thursday ever? I don't normally talk about Heresy Thursday because, like, you know, I tried 30k. It was good. I did enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. But I didn't keep up with it. Okay? But so I don't normally cover it. You know? Also, Games Workshop took me off the review list for some reason. For some reason. Now, I watched this video and I was like hyped as fuck. I was so hyped. Look at them cheeks! That's his back. I was like, holy shit. I haven't read much about World Eaters. I know who this is. But everyone's going nutty over it. Everyone's going nutty over this. I don't care. And I saw that and I was like, holy shit. Holy fuck balls. You know? Wow. Why is he another Angron? I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. How did they make a model we already have better again? And then they're like Latara Sarin, which everyone cares about. And a woman in my 30k, yeah, literally. Anyway, I saw that, I was like, holy fucking shit, that's cool. Holy shit balls, that's cool. Also, Games Workshop using too much LED on models. Copied me. Copied me. And I was like, wow, that's so sick. Obviously, like, that shot, that angle especially, you know, that angle especially looks so good. Okay. But then you have this, which I think is always the problem that Games Workshop have, is that they post an image of a model and it's always a terrible angle. It's always a terrible angle. His legs look so weird here. But the screenshot that we just paused on looks so much better. But it's one of those. It's fucking huge. Just like the Forge World Fulgrim model, which a lot of people say is better than the Heresy. The Heresy one is better than the 40k one, which honestly I do agree with. Did they do a 360 view? No, not yet. But I do agree with that the Forge World one is much cooler, the Fulgrim one. And I think this one is cooler than the 40k one. But it's a weird angle. It's just a little bit of a strange angle, especially like this silhouette just looks really weird. I understand what they're trying to go for, but obviously like turn 20 degrees, it looked better. But it looks fucking cool, man. I'm like so hyped for it. Because the thing is with it is what you got to remember is that a lot of people are saying it looks really weird. His face looks really weird. You know? It's like, isn't this supposed to be Angron just as he's turned? Literally just. The Angron we've got 10,000 years in the future, giving himself to Cord and shit all that time. This is just like, just after. He's just had his hair transplant. That's why he's swollen. You know? But I like the nods to the armor he's got. They don't have a picture, but I saw someone posted like a picture of the 30k Angron and the 40, this one. And I just love all the nods that they've still got, you know? This is very reminiscent of the 30k model. Whereas the 40k Angron is very reminiscent of like 40k Angron art. Who that? That's Angron, but in 30k. Just as he's turned. Where it's a gym for leg day only, apparently. Well, even then, I think his legs look quite thin. I think what's weird is the cape he's wearing, because it makes him look super wide. I think the cape makes him look super wide. Because if you're just gonna fucking paint at this point, why not? Paint 3D. Who's Paint 3D? Paint 3D is MS Paint at home, but I'm at home already. You know? So if I just like fucking... If I just rub it out. Oh, square. Bear in mind, this is the cape he's wearing, because a lot of people say he's really wide, but he's not. This is the cape he's wearing. Okay, that's his belt. That's his chains at the front. We'll do the same. Get rid of this as well. I haven't done this yet, by the way. This is a full live test. That's his cape as well there, I think. Took a few pounds off his leg, you know what I mean? But whatever. Doesn't that look way more in proportion now? Doesn't that look way more in proportion now? You take the cape out of the way. It looks wide as fuck there, and then he doesn't. I just realised you can't quite see it. You know, that looks way more in proportion. The cape is... I think the cape's throwing everybody off. you know. Then with that, he doesn't look crazy. That was surprisingly good. Yeah. Because I was looking at it, I was like, why does he look so wide? It's because he's his fucking skin cape. You know? His skin cape's throwing everybody off. Everyone's going, oh yeah, shit, he looks shit. He looks shit. I'm like, no, he looks really good. I'm trying to get a better side by side. There you go. You know, look how fucking wide he is compared. So there you go. That's what I noticed about the Primarch that everyone's hating on. I posted it on twitter.com, obviously. And a lot of people are complaining. Removing the skin tape. Skin tape? Skin cape is modelling for aesthetics. Brilliant. Brilliant. Well done. But yeah, I posted it on Twitter. And it got like a couple interactions. I don't know. This one provides different aesthetic, but Fulgrim makes plastic one pale. Maybe it's Instagram that more people complain in. And then I like this. Plastic for play, resin for display. Because this isn't a model you can play games with, right? You know? This isn't a model you can play games with. However, if someone went, oh yeah, I'm going to use the... Ironically, if I was playing 30k, I would proxy the 40k model. Because, like, trying to play with this is going to be wild, bro. And also, just to back up my point, you can see the proportions much better there. Because you can see clearly it's a cape. You know? You can see clearly it's a cape. There's me. I don't know what you mean. Depends if you want your pets to inhale shattered anger ring for the rest of their short lives. Yeah. It's just like, it's not a playable model, same as Fulgrim. It'll be really cool to see at a table, but just like, it's not something you take Friday night, you know what I mean? I mean, someone like every car, nah, people need to learn it's okay, not everything is for them. If we all loved everything, the world would be boring. That's true. I learned that lesson in an episode of Fairly Odd Parents, where everyone becomes a grey blob. All right, do you know everyone know that episode where everyone becomes a grey blob? Is that you, Paul? I didn't realise, mate. You know, when everyone becomes a grey blob, they realise there's nothing interesting anymore. You know, life lessons with Timmy Turner and Cosmo and Wanda. Great time. Great time. Anyway, that's that one. That's that news. What's next on the agenda? Showing your age then, Mikey. I'm 31. I think it's okay to show my age now. I might have hard drive space. What the fuck? I don't think I need these stream recaps, do I? But yeah, I am 31, so I am old. What else? I also think people should relax about photos. So many models look bad in their initial photos and look great in person. Yeah, it's weird that they actively, like, why does no one go up to the photographer and be like, do a better job, you know? You know, just like, take another one, you know? Like, when I go out and I take pictures of George, she never just wants one picture. She wants like 14. Slightly different angles, slightly different pose, you know? Why don't they do the same with, like, Ford-wheel models? You know? Women get it. Us blokes don't. Maybe that's the problem, you know? Us blokes will take a picture. Done. That's it. Women, angles. Angles. Multiple shots. Choosing the best one from the series. You know? So, like, why not just take multiple pictures of Angron and go, you know what? Actually, that one does look a bit poo. Because it does. It does look poo. So, What was the other thing I want to talk about? I can't talk about that yet. There was something else. I know. I remember. Is it strange that random Instagram posts are better at photography than a whole GW department? Like, who do you mean, like, random Instagram posts? But yeah. So I wish I could get a better camera for taking pictures of my models. I'd rather buy half a Warhammer army. Alright, controversial now. And it's not controversial, it's just true. You don't need a good camera to take pictures of models. You need better lighting with your phone. All my pictures I post on Instagram. Okay. Thumbnails are different. But pictures for Instagram. Okay. All taken on my phone. You know, I've got an iPhone 15. Fair enough. But like... Come on now. It's still just a phone. You know? This picture that was featured on Warhammer Community taken by my phone. You know? It's all about lighting. This is taken on my iPhone. This was taken on an iPhone... What year was it? 2023, 2 years ago. This is taken on an iPhone 13. This, definitely on my iPhone. But yeah, just for reference, this was featured on Warhammer Community, so clearly it was fine. This, my iPhone. You know, this is still my iPhone 13. These ones, all taken on my phone. This one, this is a screenshot from a video. Trying to find another close-up. On my phone. Those are some sweet paint jobs. It's alright. It's alright. This one, my phone. Okay. It's all about lighting, you know. Wherever you're painting with loads of lights, take pictures there. And please, for the love of God, don't zoom. Because I see people post pictures who have decent phones who zoom. And the thing is with it, is you have a phone. So just move your camera closer. If you zoom, because basically, you know, like when you zoom on a big camera, like the one I'm using here, you know, you can't hear that, but it makes a noise when I zoom. Okay. And the reason that makes a noise is because the lens is physically changing. There's like physical change in the lens. Whereas an iPhone, there's no physical change. It's called what's known as digital zoom. So all that does is just fucking blow up all the pixels. It doesn't actually zoom. It just makes the picture bigger. So then all you do is take pictures and it's all blurry and crap. Just move your phone closer. Do you use normal camera or macro setting? I use a normal camera. Better to crop the image instead of zoom. Yeah, I agree. I paint in the dark. Well, that's your problem, you know? Maybe that's your problem. I'm trying to find some more. This, which is Big C's model, which has nearly 1,500 likes. That is my iPhone with some lights. You can see the light behind it. You know? That is 2 lights and my iPhone in usually a dark room. You know? This is our old tournament venue. All these pictures taken with my phone. All I need to prop some lights up. All of these on my phone and George's phone, but they're not models. This one, that's me right next to the model. You know, it's like that. The model's here. I don't have a model on my desk. The model's the model is like here, and I'm taking a picture like that. You know, it's just really close, and you can see every brush stroke. You know, you don't need a fancy camera. You need good lighting and just a nice close-up phone. You know, that's all it is. And the other trick, chat, a trick I learned. Okay, taking a picture like this. All right. You can see that the arms fell off there because the arm's too long. Which is quite funny. Because the arm's supposed to be attached here, as you can see. Like, you've got, like, the arm brace, the elbow brace, thin part of the arm, hand, no hand, the hand's down here. But then also, yeah, there was the Salamander's blue tack. Salamanders. It was like in the codex. I remember the picture, I just don't know what it was. It Tactical Marines? This one. This one, look at that. The blue. This was in the codex. This is in the Space Marine Salamander's codex. Everybody talks about Ajax Agaton, but no one talks about blue tack falling off page 50 of the Salamander's supplement. It's an armless mistake. Very good. Very good. Yeah, these are the old Sternguard. Yeah. They're the old Sternguard, but yeah, they literally fell off, which is hilarious. L plus ratio literally fell off. Flamers are heavy, but he's a Stormbolter, I'm afraid. Gave him a Stormbolter and he spat his dummy out. Isn't that funny, though? Isn't that just fucking hilarious? Fucking hell. Model paint with slides to tans, but was she blackwash? They predictable sillies. Bro. It's always Reddit, innit? It's always fucking Reddit. Some studio models also have really noticeable 3D print lines. You can see the prototypes. They are 100% prototypes. Read a book. Yeah. Tourists. Tourists. I don't know enough, but... I don't think they'll just change the race of a character, you know what I mean? Maybe that character's always like it. Every time. Every time. Is that even a word? Is that even a word? You know what I mean? It's like saying racism with white people, you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't happen. Just a tan skin tone. Yeah, exactly. I spent that post as soon as I saw her. All the art shows her as white, but what's the big deal? Paint it whatever colour you want. Yeah, exactly. Paint fucking blue if you want to, mate. You know? You can paint it fucking yellow, blue, green, red. Why not? Anyway, I needed Twitter. That's why I had it open. I'm also surprised I made a good female face. To be fair, it looks like a really good, nice model. To be fair, it does look like a really nice model. Did everyone see my tweet earlier, by the way? Look at that. I want this model. Isn't that great? I said Levi Ackerman, Ask Marine. Anyway, the reason I've opened Twitter is because this has been me today. This has been me today. However, it turns out no one's been able to fucking use it, bro. No one's been able to use it. So if you don't know, Elden Ring. Okay, Elden Ring is getting a new game. You know, Elden Ring Fortnite. Elden Ring 2 Fortnite. Alright, and so the network test The network test is exclusive for Xbox and PlayStation, so no PC. So I've not been able to play. I've been really gutted, all right? I've watched everyone's videos, even though it's all the same 17-minute clips. I've seen every video about Elden Ring Night Rain that's coming out. This has been the network test, thank God. Fuck them all. My review of Elden Ring network test. The gameplay loop is short, great for speedrunning. The story involves a minimalist approach, bringing you to the memorable areas such as the title screen, the disconnect prompt, and the failure to connect prompt. The network truly is being tested, thank God. Thank God. So they've denied PC players, and then they couldn't get the network to actually fucking work. I was watching Let Me Solo Her, and I kept going to the stream being like, why is he still on the menu? And then I realised what was happening. Let's see if his stream's still up. I don't think it will be. It is. I was like, I really want to watch this. And then it's 3 hours. And he gets into the game eventually.
They're trying to connect to anyone.
It's 3 hours of fucking menu. Oh, he does get in. For how long? 10 minutes? So 5 minutes later.
Wait, what? I was even chewing.
5 minutes later, kicked out. It's just 3 hours of network, no network connection.
Okay, we're definitely included.
I played Lost Game of the Eye. That. Oh shit. Oh shit. Maybe new daily game? Maybe new daily game? I could play this. I could play the fuck out of this. Lostgamer.io. Let's try that one. I need a pen. New daily game. But then it's more of no connection, no connection. Restart the game, no connection. It's 3 hours of not connecting. Actual joke. I mean, I'm signing off and cancelling my membership, if so. If so, what? Is this GeoGuessr but in a video game? Yeah, exactly that. So anyway, so I was really jealous until that happened. Until that happened, I was really, really jealous. Unfortunately for you, you are connectionless. Fucking hell. Because I really want to play it. I'm really jealous of everyone who's playing it. And then it's just like they're not actually playing it, which is hilarious. So, I'm staying petty. You know, you all said I was petty. Now I'm being petty. But yeah, maybe we'll try that one out. Lost Game and Dutch Overlook. I've never heard of that one. Breath of the Wild. Full map. Start game. I think it is Geo... Yeah, it's GeoGuessr, but it's a game. Okay, Dueling Peaks. I don't remember where the Dueling Peaks are. I'm going to do one and then I'm going to cry. Okay. I know how to zoom into the map. So the training area is not there. That's the Colosseum. That's the Grand Plateau. And then Dueling Peaks is on the way to Kakariko. This is brutal, chat. Dueling Peaks is here. I think it's going to be about here. Let's go! That was pretty good. It's out of 5,000. That was pretty good. That was pretty good, chat. That was pretty good. All right, I'll come off it now. All I'm saying is pretty decent. Maybe we'll play, maybe a little bit of GeoGuessr games, because I'm shit at real GeoGuessr. I think that was quite easy, though, because it was fucking Julian Peaks. Anyway, what else have I on my list? There's an interesting video. We can do that. There's not much else happening because I think the problem is I'm not playing so much. I'm feeling like really out of the loop. But we could talk about a video I saw. Do a little React Andy. There's a video about 3D printing I wanted to watch. Which might be cool. Or we can just go straight to daily games now. That's the question. So do we watch? Because I think I want Fridays when I'm not playing a game to be like get smarter / watching videos. And I think this one might be interesting. It's called Endless Plastic Junk, the Rise of 3D Printed Slop, which I thought might be cool. So we can watch that, or we could go to daily games early. It might be just a short stream today because I've been fucking busy. I think the problem is as well because I'm going to the studio Friday. I'm kind of like out of it when I get back. I'm like tired. So trying to work out good things to do for stream is difficult. Yeah, we'll watch this video. We'll watch this video, then we'll do games. And then maybe I'll do gaming. I'm not sure. I was tempted to jump on Marvel Rivals, but I haven't played it in like 2 weeks, if not 3. I feel very much out of the loop. Are you now having a romantic night with us? I'm here, Anna. You know? I'm here. This is our dinner day. Maybe I should have got this whole place all decorated. Got some candles and shit. Next time. I'll be honest, I wanted to paint today. And I really wanted to paint a demon prince. But I didn't build it. And then I was like, I could paint a vindicator. But I haven't built it. Not doing anything romantic with George since it's Valentine's Day. No, because I told her I was streaming. I chose you over her. Who's also going out for dinner with a friend. It's a male friend. Should I be worried, chat? It's Valentine's Day. She's going out with a male friend. Chat. Wait. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, chat. Is there something... Am I forgetting something? Am I forgetting something? Have I not realised something? Martin isn't here. Yeah, okay. You know, Georgie told me that if I ever shave my head, she'd break up with me. Isn't that funny? Yeah, she said she was going out with a boyfriend. Like a boy who's a friend. That's what she said. She said, I'm going to go out with a boy who's a friend for dinner on Friday. And I was like, sounds cool. And she was like, I'm not going to be back until extremely late. No, I'm joking. So her friend has come over from where she used to live. And we're going out to all together tomorrow. But I was like, it is Friday. I don't really want to miss a stream. The thing is, you versus the chat, she tells you not to worry about. The thing is, we had our anniversary on Sunday. So we don't really do Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. We get each other a card and stuff. Mate. Thanks for the 29 months, Andy. Why aren't you all becoming members and telling me you feel sorry for me on Valentine's Day? I'm on my own and so are you. Where are my members? You should ask her to bring me something. Like what? But no, jokes aside, yeah, we basically do Valentine's Day a week early. Chat, hacks. Ask your girlfriend out within a week of Valentine's Day. Don't really have to do it. You don't really have to do it. You know? It's like, well, we did it a week ago. We did all that. You know? What's the next mad non-fortification you have planned? Well, if I told you, then it wouldn't be exciting. And if I tell people, it usually gets stolen. Oh yeah, this thing. That's what I fucking thought, Decknull. Thanks for the 90 months. Appreciate it, bud. Andy and Decknull are both in the parasocial tier who knew what the stream topic was about. They knew that I was going to bitch about Vindicators because they get to behind the scenes, okay? So if you want to become a member, please do. You get access to videos early. If you're parasocial tier, you get access to a private WhatsApp group to chat to me all the time. Becoming a parasocial on Tuesday. Let's fucking go, Lehman. You can do it. I believe in you. You know? You get your names at on the credits, which is cool. You get shout-outs. You get to hang out with me. You get to influence the streams as well. There's like Justice with the 26 months at Parasocial as well. Everybody's Parasocial. The Wallace and Gromit lore in Parasocial has been supreme. It's been fucking... We don't talk about Wallace and Gromit on a Friday. That's a Wednesday stream only. Dad, thanks for the 5 months. Cringe. Also, Mandy, thanks for the $10. Fucking hell.
Chat £7.94.
Thanks for the £7.94p.
My husband told me when we started dating that he will never celebrate Valentine's Day, so expectations were set off the bat. 12 years later, I still get
Dump
candy
him.
but don't expect anything in return.
Dump him. 12 years, never bought you candy. Dump him. I at least get her a card, you know what I mean? I at least get her a card. Get rid, Mandy. Bin him off. Bin him off. What do you mean you don't even get your candy? Well, I don't care about Valentine's Day, you know, because I'm like, it's a capitalist shit, okay? But Georgie always gets me a card, so I'll do the very least to get her a card as well, you know? At the very least, you know? Chat, also, a cool hack, okay? Don't tell her, because I know some people talk to her. Don't tell her. I got her a card for that anniversary with ducks on that says, also Steelwife, thanks for 22 months. It says, I'm quackers about you, because it's got ducks on it. Okay. Card for Valentine's Day. Completely different card, completely different company. Different duck says, I'm quackers about you. Genius. Genius. Me and the wife and daughter for Thai food later. Well, I hope you have fun, Steel, man. Appreciate the 22 months, bud. Very kind of you. Almost 2 years now. But all I'm saying, chat, is if you're not a member, you should be. Okay.
Super chat £7.94. Dump him. Who do you think is paying for these super chats and all my 40k stuff?
Thanks for the 10, Mandy. Mandy, he could be paying for your candy, but he's not. Mandy wants candy. What can I say? For Valentine's, specifically. Specifically for Valentine's. Anyway, let's have a look at his video. So I've got a video here. Now I've not watched this video before, but it's called by called Robert.
After already spending,
and for some reason, because I'm in my playlist, I was trying to press pause. Just pressing back.
Plastic thingamajigs are the most common genre of 3D printed
Stop moving. Stop moving. Maybe Mandy only gets eye candy. True. So yeah, there's a video that's come out. It's called The Rise of 3D Printed Slop. You know? And I thought the thumbnail was super interesting because if you've been to like UK Games Expo, if you've been to like fucking any convention where they have traders, like, you've seen this shit. You've seen this. Because I go to like quite a few events, right? Like weekend events, like conventions. These things are everywhere. I own multiple 3D printers, by the way. I own multiple. I will not lie, I've printed these. Just for myself, but I've printed these. On Manchester High Street. Interesting. So much 3D printed crap at Christmas markets last year. Yeah, so that's what I seem to, well, that's what I think that this video's getting at. Oh, they found Mikey's My Mini Factory. Bro, if I was selling these files, I'd be loaded, bro. I'd be so loaded.
Plastic thingamajigs are the most common genre of 3D printed creations. If you browse the front page of Thingiverse, you'll see just how few of the most popular prints are useful. We have a Heartosaur for Valentine's Day, hardly the best gift for your significant other. Sore for
If someone bought this, imagine receiving this a 3D print. Is there hair AI generated? Is there fringe glitching?
Jigs are the most common genre of 3D printed
It is a bit bouncy, isn't it? That fringe is a little bouncy. I gotta say it.
creations. If you browse the front page of Thingiverse, you'll see just how few of the most popular prints are useful. We have a Heartosaur for...
Look, all I'm gonna say is, if you bought this, okay? If you bought this, you probably like Wallace and Gromit. And if you like Wallace and Gromit, you probably like the monarchy. Just saying. Just saying! Same sort of person. They'll buy a dinosaur that's 3D printed and it'll say live, laugh, love on the side of it. Alright? Also, I love Wallace and Gromit.
Valentine's Day. Hardly the best gift for your...
Joe! Go away, Joe! Go away! What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Go away! I hate Wallace and fucking Gromit! Fucking Ginger Steve, the fucking prick! Look at this shit he sent me! Look at it! Look! He got me a matching pair of fucking mugs! He got me a fucking matching pair! This one's not even wrapped in blue tack! He got me a matching pair of fucking horrific mugs! I almost threw them! I almost threw this one at the wall and I was like, it's in bubble wrap. Now to drink them on stream, I'd rather drink piss. I'd rather drink piss, to be honest. That's in blue tap. I meant bubble wrap, sure. Look, he bought me these fucking pieces of shit. Alright? They're not even round. What is that shape? What is that fucking shape, Gromit? He looks fucking deranged. And he's not even fucking round. You say disgusting mugs, I say thoughtful gift. They're horrific. They're horrific. Okay? No, I'm not going to drink a cup of tea out of them. 30 members. 30 members! I'll go make tea now. I'll have 2 cups of tea and I'll drink one forwards, one backwards. Alright? Fuck off. Literally works. This one's horrific. Also, how is the handle not his ear? Big volume to drink piss out of. I don't even think they are. Monday! Monday! Thanks for the 20! I meant 30 parasocial. I said 30 parasocial to you. Monday, thanks for the 10. No! I said parasocial to you, didn't I? Didn't I say parasocial to you, surely? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, I'm not drinking out of both. I'm not drinking out of both. I'll make one out. I'll make it out of one. Okay. I'll make it with one. Choose one. Choose one. Mandy, choose one. Make both. That's a waste. I'm not going to drink that much tea. It's 20 past 8. Come on now, a deal's a deal. Chat, I want another super chat while I'm gone. Fuck you all. Fuck you all. I can't talk to you whilst I'm gone. I'm still drinking my coffee. Can I pour my coffee in it? Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm going to wash it. I'm pouring coffee in it. Yeah, there isn't enough coffee. I'm going to make myself another coffee because there's only this much. You can't even see it. Yeah, Andy, thanks for the 2. Fuck you. BRB then. My kettle's boiling, alright? My kettle's boiling. What do you want from me? Raziel, thank you for the 5. You complain, but you love us really. Do I? Do I actually? Where are we at? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 27, 28, 29, 30. Nailed it! Mandy, thank you for the 30. Don't worry, chat. I'm bringing you something good. I'll bring you something good. Des, thanks for the 2. Tea or milk first? How can you put your milk in first in a cup of tea? How do you get the tea out the bag? Are you stupid? Are you stupid, bro? So thank you for my gifted. Did you gift? I thought I said thanks. Deck, thanks for the gifted, mate. Appreciate it. It's not showed up on my things.
Super chat £2. More cheese, grommet.
It comes up. It's not even showed up on here. Filter. Oh, because it only shows 2. That's why.
Super chat £5. You complain, but you love us really, Mikey.
I don't. I actually hate you. What do you say to that? George's friend gonna be like, "Why is he showing about this comment?" Okay. It's like that thread about people microwaving their tea. Because Americans don't have a fucking kettle because they're weird. Right, I'm gonna go make my tea. Okay, BRB. I'm gonna go make my tea. BRB, chat. I have returned. So is Georgie. Look at it. Look at it. Look, I've not scammed you. I want to make sure it's clear. Just gonna put my mat down. It's a tea towel. I've not scammed at all. I've actually done you one better. Because in my grommet cup, I have coffee. In my Wally's cup, I have tea. Okay. So I can't show you because I don't want to spill them, but I have one of each. Look at that. Cracking brew. Fuck off. Do I have to? Do I make them kiss? What if they were gay? They're gay now. Okay, why is Nick texting me? Why is Nick texting me? What is this? Oh, it's about the microwaving water thing. Is it bestiality or is it gay? I don't know. Do you use straws? No, I don't have straws. Okay, that one's not too bad. That's pretty normal. It's relatively round. Do you know I lost like half my viewers while I was making the teas, by the way? How many gifted subs for your cheese toasty? 100. The coffee was fine, I would say. The grommet, less annoying. The Wallace, though, look at the fucking state of it. The worst cup of tea I've ever made. It's the worst cup of tea on the planet. Joe chat the tea. I can't show you. There you go. Try not to spill it out of his stupid fucking head. Are you happy now, chat? Are you happy now? Welcome to tea time. Alright? We got a fucking Wallace head. It's awful. Get your thumbnail, get your screenshots in. Andy's already got his screenshots. Now because it's all gone, I don't want to fucking burn my mouth, bro. Okay. The thing is with it sits at an angle as well. It's not even flat. I knew Mikey was a monarchist. It don't even sit flat. It sits at an angle. It does mean I can pour it forwards and show you. It's the shittest mug known to man. I don't think you're supposed to use these here. It's a joke. What if I drank this way? That's just even weirder. I'm drinking his forehead. That's even weird. I'm just like, I feel like he's licking. I'm licking his forehead. Right, there you go, chat. I'll continue to drink my Wallace and Grommet. Not sure which. Is it for milk? No, it's a mug. It is a mug. I've got the box for that one. Ceramic shaped mug. It is technically a mug. Hand painted. Wish they'd not fucking bothered. Thank you for the gifted Mandy. Appreciate you. Anyway, where were we? We were watching a video, I think. I got it freaking down myself. Oh, no, it's fluff. We were watching a video. Right, anyway, we were saying that people who like the Valentine's dinosaurs watch Wallace and Gromit, okay? Just like me, I watch Wallace and Gromit.
We have a Heartosaur for Valentine's Day. Hardly the best gift for your significant other. This shark knife, which you can't cut anything with because it's made of thick plastic. And of course, these dreaded octopuses, which likely make...
These are fucking everywhere. Does it tell you who painted it? Darren Latham. These are fucking everywhere. And like, I've printed them because what they're actually really good at is like a good torture test to work out if your 3D printer is like well calibrated. But that's about it. That's about a detour, I know. That's about all they're good for. But then people print them and sell them all the time. All the time. That's all it is. It's so weird. It's so crazy. The people, you know, what I don't get is like, who's buying them? Except for like Wallace and Gromit lovers. You know? Kids love them. Yeah. It's like the fidget spin. It's a shit fidget spinner.
Up the majority of 3D printed trash ending up in landfills each year. A decade ago, we were promised that 3D printers would change our lives once they became readily available. Today, 3D printers are very affordable, with some costing less than a decent inkjet printer, and consequently, anyone who wants one already has one. Instead of changing their lives as futurists of the past promised,
That's what I thought was really. I think that's like really interesting. That like. Obviously, when people talk about 3D printing, it's always about like one day everybody's gonna have one, you know. One day everyone's gonna have a 3D printer. But really, now at this point, I feel like we're starting to get like the cap out of people who want a 3D printer and the people who want a 3D printer and the people who have bought a 3D printer already are like basically the same people. You know what I mean? It's like there's not. I don't know how much more of a market there is to get more new people into 3D printing. It feels like, anecdotally, obviously, it feels like most people who want a 3D printer have already bought one, you know? So now we're just at a point where people who are buying 3D printers already have printers. It's to upgrade, etc. There's not like a huge influx like there was like 5 years ago, you know? Especially like pandemic, perfect time to get into a brand new hobby. Loads of people got into 3D printing. Now, a lot of people who already have 3D printers are already into 3D printing, and people who haven't got one are probably either don't want one or don't have the space for one. You know,
most 3D printers,
because most of them are come out of the box. You know, a lot of like plastic, especially like plastic printers, they are literally like open the box and press print. You know, there's like hardly anything you need to do at the minute. So, and even then, people are just like, I don't care, you know? So
buyers merely gained a convenient way to produce endless amounts of plastic widgets. How did the predominant use of this revolutionary new kind of manufacturing end up being the production of throwaway plastic trinkets? 3D printers were invented with prototyping in mind, solving niche problems by making hard to purchase or never before made parts or items.
Which is super true. Obviously, like, I think in our corner of the market, when we talk about 3D printing, it's all about like saving money or making your own. But really, a 3D printer is the technology a 3D printer uses is called rapid prototyping, because that's what it is. It's about designing a part and then not having to have that part sent off to be made to test it. It's about being able to test it there and then for like size, shape, etc. But yeah, now it's just become the end product, which is super weird, you know? It's like you're not just 3D printing to make something that you're then going to do something else later with because it's a prototype. It's now just making end products, you know?
This is why I've considered getting one, because there are many instances where I want to make custom tools or items purpose-built to solve problems no one else has. As for other
Look, I just want to 3D print my Valentine, not the gift. Just think about all the Wallace and Gromit shit you can 3D print. God, I was so right as well. Ugh. Just fuck off. What, a grommet headphone hook? 2 grommet headphone hooks. You know, Shaun the Sheep. A grommet mug. It's literally a 3D print. I've got 3D printed crap. They blackwashed grommet. I don't fully agree with the video. A lot of industries are getting more 3D printers for prototyping. Yeah, but this is talking about consumers, not industries. you know, let's talk about consumers.
Use cases, some items can only be 3D printed because of the layer-based method 3D printers use to fabricate items that can be very versatile and allow for designs that would be hard, if not impossible, to manufacture with other methods.
They're really cool. Like stuff like that like looks really sick, especially like lamps and stuff, you know. And there's like vases and stuff you can print that looks really cool that are just like not impossible, but like super hard to manufacture, whereas a 3D printer can make it quite easily. But yeah, it's the fact that it's like an end market product that's weird, I think.
Would be hard, if not impossible, to manufacture with other methods. Most people who get a 3D printer cannot use one for the purpose of prototyping, however. Few have the skills.
Fucking bro, don't need to call me out like that. Just kidding, I did spend 3 days designing nipples for Sangria Guard. All right. I realized by the time I'd done it, it was already the news was dead. But I did spend 3 days designing nipples in 3D modeling. They experimented with 3D printed buildings. Yeah, they were doing that fucking like 15 years ago, dude. Yeah, they 3D print with concrete. It's a cool concept. There's a 3D printed village. I think it's in Germany or something. I think it was in Germany, the 3D printed a small village, where it's just like 20 houses on a street, all out of concrete. Glad to see another 3D nipple designer. You can grow concrete. How have we got another growing concrete reference? Fuck me, within 2 days. Fucking, all I'm going to say is I keep trying to drink this tea, but this is the worst mug I've ever used. Not only is it make me look like a monarchist, okay? I'm never using this again unless I get 50 members, okay? So not only does it look like a monarchist, it's the weirdest shape. The handle is in a weird place where you go to drink, it's at an angle. And because of the weird head shape, you can't get good mouth movement, all right? If you try drinking that way, you're like this trying to drink. How a monarchist would drink. Not being able to design feels like a cop-out for not having the machine, though. I could take an existing pattern and sew up an outfit, but I don't think I'd be confident making a pattern from scratch. Yeah, but I think the point he's making is the whole reason 3D printers, like the technology became popular, was to rapid prototype, was to design something yourself and make it really quickly to test in industry for engineering purposes mostly. Because bearing in mind, I was 3D printing like as part of the university, like as soon as I was working there, so like 10 years ago, you know what I mean? But like that was the whole point when they first started coming into the university. It was like, well, we can make stuff out of plastic really quickly before we have it machined. So, and we did medical, yeah, because medical you can make like bones, teeth, etc. quickly within hours. You know what I mean? So he's got a point. He's not saying, but it's like 3D printing was made to rapid prototype, but I think what he's going to get onto is like, it's now not prototype, it's now to end product, which is weird. Good luck washing those mugs afterwards. They'll be lucky if they're still in one piece after this, mate.
To create custom designs for 3D printing. Instead, they go to sites like Thingiverse to find pre-designed items to print. They end up getting their own manufacturing setup, only to spend hours printing random items they easily could have bought on Temu, like this ring size measurer. This begs the question.
That's so true. Nick, you're being called out for your doorstop, mate.
Only to spend hours printing random items they easily could have bought on Temu, like this ring size.
Nick, you've been called out, bro. Why don't you just buy a doorstop? Why are you having to print one? And although use of my end product 3D prints, the vast majority of which I still use. I'm not criticizing that at all. I'm not criticizing that at all. I do the same, I don't support Teemu either. Yeah, I think the point he's making is it's super cheap. Hello. I was telling everyone you've been out on a date with another man, but then I corrected him.
My best friend's fiance. I would like to go on record and say that Sheffield might just start to become very prone to earthquakes, and if those mugs get smashed in the
You don't like them?
in the aftershocks.
I've got tea in this one and coffee in this one.
Why?
Because I said I wouldn't drink out of them unless I got 30 members, and we got 31.
I'm just gonna say climate change.
Because I've got morals and ethics unless there's money involved. Clearly.
I've always said that about you.
What have you got for me?
That was yours, not mine.
Oh.
I thought Mikey had got me a lovely Valentine's Day present, but he just ordered something from Amazon and ordered it in my name instead of his.
Oopsie.
So
It's my little on-air sign.
I opened it and was like, great.
It's my little on-air sign for the Outpost. It's so people know that
I
I'm
thought he
on
got
air.
me a present, but
What did you
No.
get me for Valentine's? Sorry?
love.
Okay, what did I get you for Valentine's? What do you mean?
Inky.
It's a little sign so people know when I'm streaming and that.
Very good.
So I can have it one way. Got a little bit of string. I'm pretty sure I'm wearing a bit of the string around my arm. You know, I can do this, and then when I'm not in, I
Why
can
buy
turn
that?
it
You could have
round.
printed it real talk. Did you not want the cats in here?
I shut the door because you had your friends over.
Oh no, I just thought you
Are
got
they
the
gone?
cats in. No, yeah, Evan, Matt, yeah, obviously.
I mean, yeah, obviously.
I wouldn't just abandon them and come up and. But I would rather
would
see
be
you
sure.
chat.
This is the cheapest thing ever. It's literally this is WTC terrain material. Ironically, it's like plastic foam core. Anyway,
I'll leave you to it now, guys.
thanks. Did you enjoy your date with another person?
It was so good, thanks.
Glad. Would you like a drink of coffee?
No, out of that, the worst thing
The
was
dog
Kat,
isn't so bad.
the two worst things was when he sent me a picture of it. It was only the side profile. So I just saw this and I was like, "What is that, please?"
Careful, it's full of tea.
I know. I was like,
Cracking
"What
tea.
is this, please? I don't like it." And then he left it just sat on a chair like this, which was deeply unsettling.
in the bubble wrap though?
So no, it wasn't. It was just sat on that chair
No, it's
facing
in
me.
bubble wrap because I opened it on stream
I
today.
didn't like it.
What's weird is because obviously like the handle's behind his ear, so like that's where your mouth goes, which is weird because it's a weird shape. It's like a milk jug.
You like drown yourself when you.
No, I don't think I'd do that.
Hey, my love.
Don't think I'd do that.
I'm leaving now because I
Okay.
want to get into bed with a sleepy time tea because I've already had a hot chocolate tonight,
Maybe yeah.
so I'm feeling pretty sleepy.
Nice. We'll catch you in a bit then.
Happy
love you, bye.
Valentine's Day, my loves.
See you, love you, bye.
Don't say that. Bye. Come on.
Don't say that. Why?
Because you sound just like your mom, and then I'm conflicted. That feels weird.
Well, it's on stream, so I'll try not to be too romantic. Okay. His ear should be the handle, just like Gromit's. Gromit is the elite mug. This one, jokes aside, would use again. Okay, if someone gave me this mug, wouldn't be mad. This one, awful. It's also got tea in it though, and I don't want to drink more coffee. But yeah, why did I bother buying a sign when I could have just fucking made one with a 3D printer? Okay, I'll tell you why. 'Cause I can't be bothered to print it. What's the point when I can buy one for like £1.99 off Amazon? You know? But the point stands. No, don't promote Temu. Don't like Temu. Don't buy from Temu. But I think the point he's making is interesting. You know? The Gromit mug is iconic. You should show it off in Wallace and Gromit cheese posting. Why did you buy a Wallace? Zap, do you think I bought a Wallace mug? You know? Or a 2D printer with some cardboard. Yeah, I could have just used a normal printer, but I don't actually own a printer because it's not 2005.
Size measurer. This begs the question, if the only items you'll make are widely available online as mass-produced injection molded parts, why would you ever use a 3D printer? Unlike regular printers, 3D printers aren't the easiest to use.
So on that point, is that I think in a general setting, that's very true. In Warhammer, everything's overcosted. Because we are like subject to like the overlords. not naming any names, you fill in the blanks, okay? Because we are subject to the overlords and their pricing and their monopolization of the market, I think like 3D printing in our aspect is very different. But just like as a generic, this is more like a generic video talking about slop that people 3D print, you know? How do you know own a printer as a business? How do you know own a printer as a business? How do you not own a printer as a business? Because you don't need one. Everything's online. What do you need printed paper for? I need something printed like once in a blue moon. You know? In Warhammer, we are plastic thingamajig hobbyists. Yeah, because I like in Warhammer, it's very different. You know what I mean? Like 3D printing for like terrain as an end product makes sense because you can use that. It's pretty functional. It can look pretty nice, and it's a fraction of the cost. But this is obviously talking about random shit people print, like random dragons and random octopuses and shit that I've got knocking about, like this. I guess this, no, maybe not. This technically counts as a mini, but I just haven't done anything with it, so this is just literally as it stands. If I never do anything with this again, this is gonna end up in a bin one day, you know what I mean? It's gonna end up in landfill. So yeah, so like in Warhammer specifically, a little bit different. Like 3D printing models and 3D printed terrain and stuff makes sense. 3D printing a random Warhammer head that's not big enough for the miniature, it's just gonna sit on your shelf. You just get up in a bin one day. Using one of those octopus things in a lifetime is very good.
Prints can fail and require troubleshooting, leading to lots of wasted plastic filament. It's also very time-consuming to create 3D printed items. Even small items take hours to print, and a low-resolution print from an inexpensive printer can yield less than satisfactory results. Labor-intensive sanding is often required to smooth out the grainy surface that most 3D prints have, but many skip this step and leave the ugly grooves on their prints, making them...
That's true. That is true. What do you can 3D print in other materials in the future, like steel or concrete? They're already printed in concrete and titanium, bud. We were just saying there's a 3D printed small 3D printed village. There's like 3D printed concrete that made like concrete houses, where they essentially print. You can shut up about grey concrete. You can 3D print concrete, and they like make like the outskirts of a building, then build the rest by hand. And then they 3D printed titanium already. It's called SLS printing, and they print by welding titanium powder. So they like put a layer of powder and weld the layer, and then put another one. Can you 3D print a 3D printer? Not all of it, but a lot of it. Prusa, which is a 3D printing company that makes filament printers, kind of expensive ones, but they're in their manufacturing. They use a lot of 3D printed parts. So for example, if I click on one that I know is part 3D printed, so like this one, the Prusa Mini, not in the box. So like this, printed, you know. All this is 3D printed. Look up additive manufacturer at the Royce Centre at Sheffield. Yeah, that's where I used to work, Chris. Chocolate 3D print. Yeah, there's chocolate 3D printers you can buy off the shelf. But yeah, like this is a 3D printer, but like these are the orange bits are 3D printed, and this knob is 3D printed. Pretty sure this piece as well, this bit up here, and then that bit definitely. You can tell because you can see the grain on it. You know, you can see the texture plate of the grain, like there and stuff. I used to work at MSc doing computation. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I used to work in mechanical engineering, but I worked with materials when they were looking at titanium printing. There you go, chocolate printing, you know what I mean? That's Unnecessary Ventures is great, but yeah, like chocolate 3D printing is not new, you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people saw. I feel like the people who saw the first automobiles hearing all this. Yeah, you can 3D print with any material that's like can be melted, you know, or formed. This one's cool. 3D printing the perfect amount of chocolate spread. I think I might have watched that. You know, I feel like I might have watched this one. I think this is like a custom one that they made. Whereas now they just sell 3D printers that print chocolate. Like this one. Because essentially, you put the tube of chocolate in there. But I think this is like a custom one where they printed chocolate spread. So. You all have a 3D printer at home. It's called a bath. It prints a block of... Brilliant. This is fucking Minecraft. I saw also one stripping plastic balls and turning it into filament for the printer. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen those too. Oh. Here's an example. So like this is taking... Where's that picture gone? So this is taking a plastic bottle and stripping the plastic bottle into a thin bit and then melting it into the filament shape and then rolling it back up onto a wheel. You know? Why would you print chocolate spread so you can have the perfect amount of chocolate spread on bread without having to rip your bread? You know? So... But yeah, certain types of plastic bottles you could turn into a 3D printed filament and then print with them. For example, the 3D printed Benchy out of a Mountain Dew in a Coke bottle. Which is a really cool way to, like, upcycle, you know what I mean? If that's like out of a these are all out of plastic bottles, that's a really cool way to upcycle. But it's also effort because you need the machine. Can you use 3D printed vindicators at all stars? If they're the right size, yeah. Benchy is apparently public domain. Is it the opposite? The Benchy. So, anyway, there you go. Bit of a tangent.
Uncomfortable to handle and look at. The result is that most 3D printer owners end up with many low-quality items that they'd be better off purchasing online. This is assuming they even would purchase these items, because honestly, I feel many people print random stuff to justify the purchase of their printer, ensuring it doesn't just sit there collecting dust. Beyond making stuff for personal enjoyment, some 3D printer owners are convinced they can profit by selling their prints. This is by no
This is a problem. Whenever I talk to people about 3D prints, you know, like people not in the know, everybody just says, "What do you make? Can you just sell stuff?" And the thing is with it is like everyone and their dog, everyone and their dog are 3D printing stuff to sell. You know, everybody. And the thing is with it is like the quality fluctuates so much, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I 3D print to sell stuff. I sell movement trays, you know. But it's like in the general apps market of 3D printing, everything's like really wild quality. There's layer lines and fucking stringing and stuff like that everywhere. There's like supports left on a lot of the time, you know. And it's like... It just looks shit. And everybody's doing it. So, like, it's just a race to the bottom of just 3D printed crap. You know? It's just race to the bottom because everyone's like, oh, I'm printing an octopus and selling it for a £5. Well, I'll print an octopus and sell it for £4. And I'll sell an octopus for £3.50. But the thing is with it is as they're getting like cheaper and cheaper because more and more people are trying to compete with each other, they're trying to produce them cheaper and cheaper. So they're not only 3D printing them, they're 3D printing them at low quality so they can print them fast. Because basically when you're 3D printing, especially with filament, you can change the layer height. So how much plastic is extruded in one run. And the thicker the layer height, the worse it looks because you can see more of the layer lines, but it's quicker. You know? If they printed it with chocolate, it would have been even cheaper. So supposedly those 3D printed chocolate things, because you have to use like special chocolate to put in it, the chocolate tastes gross. You know, it's like gross chocolate because it's cheap. So I had to give some one-sided reviews of some trash quality 3D printed items. Yeah, Etsy's full of it. You know, Etsy is absolutely like full of crap. You know, you make print crap. I print gold. Okay, Nick. We've seen your biohazard. Yeah, true. So yeah, so it's just like a lot of the time it's just shit. It's just shit. And it does need a lot of work to make. You either need to print the right thing, or if you don't print the right thing, you need to do so much work to make it actually good.
Means impossible, as for instance there are artists who make beautiful figurines sculpted on a computer and painted by hand, or specialists who create custom high-quality masks for cosplayers.
That's us, chat. We're the artists who paint something beautifully by hand, which is the caveat of this video. You know, that's the caveat of this video. We're the artists. So yeah, for like miniatures, it's fine. I think miniatures is fine, but it's just like shit, you know.
I know highly skilled people who make these kinds of items, and that's where 3D printing shines. But it all goes downhill from there. It seems like everyone and their pet rock is starting up a 3D printing business these days.
That's what I said. Pre-watch.
Watching videos on YouTube promising you'll make thousands of dollars when, in all likelihood, you will lose money because it's a very saturated market. What's funny is these YouTubers tell on themselves. If you watch this video of a guy who claims in his thumbnail that he made $8,200.
I've seen this guy so much. This guy's been all over my For You page, honestly.
$163, you'll find he actually made negative $544.34, which is next level clickbait. Oddly enough,
That's just... People say I'm clickbait, and then people post shit like that. People say I'm clickbait, and then people post that they made 8,000 in profit, and then didn't. If that's clickbait, I've never clickbaited before. Not once. My titles are like, you know, tongue in cheek, but they're never a lie. How did you lose money? Probably from buying printers, you know, and filament and repairs and shit like that. I don't know. I don't care to find out.
$4.34, which is next level clickbait. Oddly enough, that YouTuber did say some meaningful things, like the problem of competing with injection molded items and the imperative to only print items where the best method of creating them is 3D printing. That being said, these kinds of start your six-figure side hustle and 3 easy steps videos are misleading, and often the creator's only goal when making them is to funnel people into their video descriptions, which are overflowing with affiliate links.
Is that the same video? Entrepreneur Kit, Bamboo A1, 25 business ideas where to start, 101 consulting call, where I invest in stocks, Bitcoin, and crypto. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. I've said it once before, and I'll say it again, okay? I'll say it once before, and I'll say it once again. If people are trying to sell you a course, okay? Now, you can take this however you like, you know? If people are trying to sell you a course to make money... They don't make money from the tips. They make money from the course. You know? They could try and teach you anything. Maybe, you know, tongue-in-cheek time, maybe to how to improve your online business because they made so much money. But they don't make money from doing the things they teach. They make money from the course. I didn't say anything, Des. You did. I didn't say anything, Des. Lambo. You did. Okay. So just remember that. Fucking scammers, a lot of them.
As it's commonly said, the first millionaires in a gold rush are not the miners, but the ones selling the shovels and picks. This is not to say they're...
That's true. I'm so good at Warhammer since I got coaching here. I do send a lot of BCP lists.
There are no successful 3D printing businesses though, and one or two have even come across my TikTok for you feed. Take
I completely missed over that point, but he summed that up so much better. Like, the first people in a mining gold rush to make the million are not the miners, it's the people selling shovels. Genius.
Ellington Labs as an example. The man who runs the page sells memes in the form of 3D printed figurines that play popular TikTok audios when you press a button. That's all fine and dandy, and he designs the items himself, but the quality of these items is very poor. The items are printed at a very low resolution.
Oh my god. Look at the state of that. That is awful. That is such a shit print. I was looking at the pig though. They look like fucking polygon, don't they? They look like fucking polygons. You can see the layer lines there, look, you know what I mean? That's not 0.2 mil. Obviously, the more you zoom in, the more you're going to see, but that looks so shit.
Plastic layer that forms the 3D shape is very thick, resulting in visible grooves on the object. This is purely a time-saving measure, as when you cut the layer height in half to increase print quality, you essentially double the time it takes for your creation to print. Printing at a lower resolution allows you to sell...
Which we've already talked about, you know what I mean? So obviously, the thicker that you print, the thicker that you print, the worse it looks, but the faster you get a print out. You know what I mean? So
resolution allows you to sell more items, but at the cost of quality. And for $40, you'd expect no holes or...
How much? Not to get my Yorkshire all out on you. How much? $40 for that. $40. Holy fuck. Bro, that cost him 15 minutes of print time and about £3 in filament, if that.
Holes or visible grooves in the product. The items are also the solid color.
I don't even know what it's supposed to be. What is it supposed to be? I don't even fucking know.
The filament they were printed in, meaning they look very shiny and oppressively bright. They would look much better sanded, coated in filling material, primed and painted. This is not to say that no effort goes into making these items, but for the price, I'd expect that they'd put in slightly more effort so it wouldn't be an eyesore on your desk. I'm not saying that 3D printed objects are always poor quality or useless. That's not the case. Whether 3D printed items are low quality or high quality, there are certainly a lot more of them, and they barge their way into makers markets where handmade goods made in small batches are sold. Next to booths selling intricate handcrafted jewelry or ceramics, you'll reportedly find tables covered in 3D printed plastic items, and this has rubbed some makers the wrong way.
That's what I said. It's like, you know, like at gaming conventions, you know, it's all just like anime stuff, some handcrafted stuff. And it's like 19 3D printing fucking stalls of just like crap. And it looked crap. It's all random colors. It makes no sense, you know. Now, even like multicolor 3D printing hasn't caught on to those stands yet. So it's just like random octopuses, like blue, green, and yellow. And it's like, why do I want this? You know, it's like people said kids love them. But it's just like, it's just crap.
Say something mean. You should not be allowed to make 3D printed crap and pass it off as handmade stuff and sell it at a maker's market.
True.
I'm talking about people who go online, find a pattern for some trinket, and then 3D print a bunch of them and sell them at a stand as though they've like handmade these things. I think it's an insult to people who actually do make things and craft things by hand.
Though I haven't been to a maker's market,
Just fucking wait until like AI is making 3D models, you know. I know it's already a thing. I'll let you in on a little secret. I got offered quite a lot of money to promote an AI generative 3D model software, you know. And I'll be honest, I did consider it because it was like not life-changing amount of money, but it was a very big paycheck. It was really good. And what it was is it was using prompts to generate 3D printed models, you know, 3D printable models. So you didn't. So obviously we have AI generated art, we have AI generated music, we have ChatGPT, etc. And he's starting to become like AI generated fucking models and objects that you can then print, you know. It was 30 members. It was not 30 members. It was insane compared. That's all I'll say. It was the most I've been offered for a video ever, you know. It is 4 figures, and it was the most I've ever been offered, you know. And it was when I was going to Japan. So jokes aside, I almost did, you know. But I was just like the amount of shit that I was like, the amount of shit I give AI to then go and promote an AI generative 3D model builder, I just lose all my credentials, you know what I mean? I think people would probably lose a lot of respect for me. But yeah. Was it stripper pole level? That was 1,000 members. It was in a similar region. I'll say that much. Similar region, definitely. So yeah, but I just had to say no because I was just like, but when that comes on, you know, you don't have a massive amount of respect to start with, so fair play. Thanks, lads. Anyway, I just took the money. Anyway, when that catches on, all right, when that catches on, maker markets and shit like that have fucked it. They've fucked it big time. Point stands.
Under that TikTok video wholeheartedly agreed with that creator. I wouldn't go so far as to call 3D printed items crap, as crap is in the eye of the beholder, but many say these items are poorly printed and oftentimes unsanded, like the TikTok shop desk toys I talked about earlier. I mostly have a problem with these vendors not making the designs themselves. If all you do is license a design someone else made, hit print, come back in a few hours, and pop the item off the print bed, did you really make that item? I feel like going to a maker's fair with, for instance, one of those 3D printed articulating dragons.
These fucking things. These and the octopus, you know? You know? These are the octopus things. I can't wait to 3D print my Wilson Gromit in the style of Wes Anderson AI generated figures. Fuck's sake. Yeah, this is the one. Everybody sells these. These and the octopus.
It's kind of like going to an art market and selling stock photos you printed out on a Canon inkjet printer. Yes, you have the right to do so, and people may enjoy your prints and buy them, but it goes against the spirit of the venue where you are selling them. Speaking of these 3D printed articulating dragons that were mentioned in the comments under that TikTok video, I've heard of them before. I think they look cool when printed well, and while I don't have space in my apartment for a giant 3D printed dragon, they'd be a good novelty fidget toy that I'd get a solid few seconds of enjoyment out of. That being said,
that's the thing. If kids like them, fair enough, but it's like anyone else. It's just like Huh, this is printed in one piece and it moves. Okay. You know, that's about as deep as it gets. That's it.
There's a lot of hype around these dragons, which I don't fully understand. According to the 3D printing subreddit, most dragon designs come from Cinderwing 3D, who makes anywhere from $92,000 to $108,000 a month on Patreon,
Wow.
selling these dragon designs that she digitally sculpts.
That's like 1.2 million a year. You know, roughly. $1.2 million a year selling 3D printed models. Selling files. So once she's made it, that's it. You know. Minus tax, obviously. But that's an income of $1 million. I'd take $1 million in income if I had to, and then pay tax. You know what I mean? That would be fine. That would be totally fine. Holy shit, dude. And that's the thing. If everybody's selling them and they are following the rules for the license of the model, then they're paying. What happens is essentially all these 3D printed items that everybody sells, everybody's on subscribe to a Patreon or something like that. That is essentially like a monthly licensing fee that they pay to then be allowed to sell physical versions of the file that they've received for signing up. And the intention is obviously like they'll get more files that they can sell elsewhere. I've subscribed to loads, but one of them, probably like a very similar one to this one, is a guy called Hex 3D. He's the one that did like the basketball and stuff that I printed. And essentially you pay a monthly subscription, and whilst you have that monthly subscription, you can sell the files or sell the physical versions of the files, you know. So, but even then, even if you're not like actively getting new files to then make and sell, you have to continue paying a license fee to sell physical ones. It's like NFT JPEGs on the blockchain. It's not quite that. It's that you sign up, you get the files, and the gentleman's agreement is that you continue to subscribe to the Patreon to sell those files physically, you know, sell models of them. Hence this person making $100,000 a month because she's selling these dragons to people, but then they're paying her a license fee via Patreon, you know. Now, let's be honest, not everybody's doing that, because as you sign up, you download the files, you cancel, and just who's gonna tell on you? No, you know what I mean? That's not right. That's not fair to the person who's made the file, but that's what happens, you know. So there's like ones, because I was selling like little ghost things last year for Halloween with Zao 3D, and that's the same thing. You sign up to that, you get files every month, but whilst you signed up, you have a licensing fee. So, but yeah, there's no way to police it. You can't go up and be like, show me your license, because it's just a Patreon subscription, you know what I mean? So it is all gentleman's agreement type vibe. But a lot of people will, especially if they've got like a proper business for it. But yeah, that's why everyone's selling the same shit, and that's why she's making so much money. That's crazy.
To be honest, good for her. In a world of AI-generated garbage, I love to see a
I like this guy. I love this person. This person's great. We're on such a same wavelength.
hardworking artist becoming a self-made millionaire living their dreams. I do have some issues with this dragon phenomenon, however. Cinderwing 3D is not just an artist selling her work, she's selling the commercial rights to sell her designs as physical items. And she says she sparks entrepreneurship so that people can create businesses of their own. In this dragon gold rush, she's the millionaire selling the picks and shovels to the prospectors who, in all likelihood, will not be millionaires themselves.
Nice, that's a really good callback. Yeah, it's so true though, isn't it? That's so true. I don't know. I can't add it to that because that was a really good callback. You know, she's selling the picks. If you see the same item in multiple shops, one says they're licensed, the other say they don't. Makes you want to buy from the person who said they're licensed. Yeah, but Mandy, the thing is you can just say you're licensed. You know, the only reason you'd find out is because the owner of said license found out and then made a hoo-ha about it. So, but yeah, there's like no way to like police the license really. So, entrepreneurs invent their own things. That's not entrepreneurial. Yeah, I suppose.
As the Reddit user Almighty Oreo pointed out, any dragon seller will compete with thousands of other dragon sellers. You'll have to create a
Let's have a look what that says. It says, like the others are saying, you'll be competing with thousands of others doing the exact same thing. If you're putting out higher quality print, you're going to get lost in the sea of competitors. Another thing worth mentioning is if you're even actually equipped to sell 3D prints, take Cinderwing 3D, which I don't recommend. Most of those models take anywhere from 4 to 30 hours. If you have one printer, you can sell one a day. In a saturated market, you're going to have a drop in your price. An average Cinderwing model goes to about $10 to $15. If you're spending any more than that, you're getting horribly ripped off. Even if you sold these, as soon as they were done, you'd be pulling in at most 10 to 15 every other day. It's really not worth it. Now, if you had an array of like 5 printers, you actually set up a decent storefront with 5 models a day, averaging 100 or so a day. One printer is just not worth it. If you're serious about making realistic money, you need to invest in some more printers. And that's exactly what happens. As soon as people are like, I'm going to start selling 3D printers, they end up with like 4 printers. I love that poster's name. Yeah. Even then, would it be worth it to chase down a small operator? No, exactly. If you want to make money off of your one printer, you're better off looking towards things like functional prints. For example, I had a Vita Max I used at work, and a piece of the cover broke, making the thing useless. They don't sell a replacement part. If you made the piece, you could sell it for $20 easy, and it would be in demand. Don't forget the time and effort to put these things up. Shit, then make trying to earn 15 to $20 a day a pain in the ass. Yeah, there's so many more costs rather than just time. You know what I mean? It's like time, filament, machine wear, electricity, and then having to pack it.
Other dragon sellers. You'll have to create a print farm. That is, get a bunch of 3D printers working in tandem to make the volume of dragons required to sell them at a competitive price and turn a profit higher than just a few dollars a day. Because of the tremendous investment needed to create a profitable business with these dragons, my advice to anyone who wants to sign up for Cinderwing 3D's Patreon is don't expect to make money. Only become a patron if you enjoy printing these dragons, and if you'd print them even if you didn't make a dime. While I don't want to disparage the 3D printing community, I question whether or not a lot of stuff on Thingiverse or other sites with 3D files is worth printing, especially considering the environmental and potential health risks of 3D printing. If
I remember that. She's not a dragon fanatic, we get it. Did I misgender her? I didn't mean to. I don't think I did. I'm going to stick with they, though.
you're producing...
He's not a dragon fanatic, we get it, but what about dinosaurs? That's the thing. Again, it's like, when we're looking at like wargaming and tabletop, I think there's like a little bit more nuance, but generically, people are just trying to sell shit, you know?
endless piles of difficult to recycle 3D printed widgets only to play with each one for 2 seconds, you're creating piles of waste that usually end up in landfills. If your print fails dramatically where the item breaks apart during printing or gets dislodged from the print bed, leaving the extruder head spewing plastic into the air as opposed to on the item you're printing, there's only so many times you can remelt and reuse the fibrous plastic before the quality of the filament degrades significantly. There's also the issue of running what is essentially a plastic melting machine continuously in your home with no industrial ventilation system to suck up any dangerous compounds produced by the 3D printing process. ASHRAE, or the American Society of Heating, Refrigerating, and Air Conditioning Engineers, recommends that a residential building maintain a ventilation rate of 0.35 air changes per hour. If you're thinking of running a print farm out of your home, that might not be advisable without installing a sophisticated ventilation system. A NIOSH guide for 3D printer use cites studies indicating that anywhere from 3 to 6 air changes per hour are required for adequate ventilation. If you can't achieve that, it's likely you'll need large HEPA filters in your space. For print farms, ideally you should have the printers enclosed in cabinets that filter the volatile organic compounds released during printing. Many who
This makes me worry as well, because obviously I have a few 3D printers. Now, I don't run them all the time, but sometimes I will have multiple going at once. But it's kind of like, I'm running a tournament in 6 weeks. I need to make some terrain type thing. I don't, like, now, I haven't printed anything. I haven't printed anything since October. You know, but then it's like, if you have got multiple going, the toxic fumes that are created with multiple, I think with one, you can kind of get away with it, you know what I mean? Like, one, you're probably fine. Two, if they're in the same room, that's a bit sketchy. But, like, yeah, it's without trying to fucking... If you got loads running and you got multiple, then, yeah, it can be problematic, and I don't think people take that seriously either.
wish to produce 3D printed items on a large scale may not consider these safety measures. I hope no one takes this video the wrong way, as I love plastic trinkets as much as the next guy, but many of these designs produced at scale are a kind of tangible slop. At least human artists make these designs though. I dread the day when generative AI takes over much of the 3D modeling process. This technology already...
RIP. Guess it depends on the person. Like, my garage is 15 by 25 feet. There's a door to the backyard and a window, plenty of ventilation. When I prime in there, the smell is gone in less than 5 minutes. Yeah, but Mandy, you have to remember, like, I look at things of like a UK thing where space is a commodity, and 15 by 25 foot is like someone's entire home, if not less. You know? But yeah, here's a random AI generating 3D model website. Bruce did a load of studies regarding VOCs and even got the Mark IV certified safe. Yeah, I think with one, you're pretty okay, right? Obviously, this is referring to, like, print farms. But, like, one plastic printer, you're probably fine. No issue. But it's like, as soon as you put multiple in there. Is that the one that tried to buy you? I didn't say that. I said it's a random AI generating model website.
exists and will only
Anyway, I lost a lot of money by saying no, so become a member if you haven't already.
improve, becoming readily adopted by people who already don't care if they design their prints themselves. We have enough AI slop polluting the internet, and I'd hate to see it polluting the earth with plastic as well. Anyways, I'm Robert Tolpe, and if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.
That was a great video. That was really good, actually. 1,000 downvotes. They're the 3D printing bros. Let's have a look at the comments. Let's have a nosy. That's Lambo disliking this video 1,000 times. You didn't subscribe. Well, you just watched the video, bro. I tried making my own 3D printing business where I sculpted, printed, and then painted figurines. I was so proud of all the work I put into each one. Then at the makers markets I vended at, people scoffed at my prices and went to the mass-produced stingy Vespues. Rough. Rough, dude. I've been saying this for years. I see so many YouTube shorts of useless 3D prints, and all I ever think is, damn, they really just printing anything to justify buying that printer. Yeah. I have one of their dragons from recent con. There were two booths at the time selling, one in gorgeous rainbow colours and one in single colours. I went with the single colour for one of the lotteries, but the absolute biggest one was that the seller had specifically gone out of their way to use filament that could be recycled within our country, and had contact with specific places that could do so. He also did some good adaptations on the design to increase structural stability and gave it a really good weight. So good to know I'm not the other one who's considered by the other president of plastic dregs. Is it just me or does that just never cross my mind when I buy something? You know? Is it just me or does that would never cross my mind? But it's also like people are complaining, but they're also like, I bought one. You know? It's full of people selling nothing but dragons. But I did buy one. The original post is not calling all 3D printing icons. She clarifies that she's specifically talking about the mass-produced pre-made templates. Oh, that's the TikTok they're referring to. Imagine dragging these balls in your mouth. That's what I'll say. As a designer, almost all my personal prints are useful and solve an issue I have. As a creator, I design stuff that other people can print for free, not fidget, mostly useful stuff that hides 3D printing. This is different though, you know? That's functional parts. Uncalled for. It was too easy. It was too easy! Anyway, there we go. An interesting one. It's just like... I don't know. It's just like, it just seems like a, like, there's just, people can't think of anything that can be bothered to print themselves. So they just do the easiest thing and just print the same shit as everyone else. But then it's just like, clearly people are buying it anyway, or they wouldn't sell it, you know? If they weren't buying it, who would they sell to? And it's always the same. It's just like, someone's buying this shit. So there's just going to be more and more people. More and more people, like, coming to buy stuff, coming to, like, just, like, fucking seeing that other people are selling them and then going, you know what, I've got 3D printer, I can make dragons too. Anything that's 3D printed is not going to be recycled. Even if it's recycled material that has not got the markings on. Also, the amount of wasted 3D printing is negligible. I don't know, mate. I've seen multicolour prints shit out so much waste. So, anyway. An interesting one, that's for sure. An interesting one, but it's just like, as per usual, it's just a race to the bottom, innit? It's just full of shit. Anyway, good video. Good video, so make sure you go subscribe if you like the video. Let's do the real action, because it is 9:30. I only normally stream till 9. I think the comment about selling niche items is spot on. Like, some plastic car parts could definitely be 3D printed for cheaper. Yeah, for sure. And I think that's kind of like where Warhammer and tabletop fits in as well. It's kind of like, it's a bit of a niche. Even though 3D printing is like niche, you know, but it's like, it is a bit of a niche because it's like, that does fill a gap in the market, and you can't just buy cheap shit from anywhere else, you know what I mean? If you buy cheap shit, it usually looks cheap and it feels cheap. Because like 3D printed models and terrain, there is a bit of a monopoly, and it is comparable, you know, compared to other things that are on the market, like MDF, for example. Because really, if you think about like terrain, if you take 3D printing out the window, you've basically got quality-wise GW stuff, which obviously there's loads of companies, but let's just talk about like GW buildings. And then the other end of the spectrum, you've got like good but expensive GW, plastic molded terrain. And then you've got the other end of the spectrum, cheap MDF, which a lot of the time looks crap. And obviously there's like MDF that's got like printed on, so it's got like a printed design which looks really cool. And obviously you can work a lot on MDF to make it look good. You can paint it really nice. You can like add a lot to it. But ultimately, it's like, you've got fucking really expensive, and then that looks good, and then cheap but looks awful. So like 3D printing sits in the middle of kind of like cheap but looks good, you know. So like that's like a little bit different. But yeah, there's a lot of people just selling crap. So I'm loving Sally's stuff. Maybe sign up to their Patreon. Yeah, I need to get their Games Workshop set. Sally Factory's great. Make sure when you sign up to stuff like that I've advertised in the past, hey, thanks to Hellstorm, I wouldn't have found you otherwise. Make sure you say that. So that's what you should say. Anyway, have you seen the metal terrain sets? They look horrible. I've not seen metal terrain sets. No. What's metal terrain? It was a Kickstarter a while ago. If you got a link, then great. But if not, I've got no idea what that is. About 10d6 damage if it dropped anything. Like, you know what I mean? This looks so bad. This looks awful. So in our niche, you know what I mean? In our niche, you know what I mean? This is kind of like what you're competing with. Who funded this? $69. Where's the backers? 0. 150 sets only. 200 quid for 2 big L's. 4 medium, 2 small. Laser cut steel. Oh, it is steel. Is this the one, Des? I thought it was MDF. This is metal. But it's flat. No, it isn't. Very heavy duty and hard wearing. Yeah, but it looks shit, dude. Hey, stop attacking my monitor. Like, if you could laser cut, why is it not engraved? This isn't laser cut. This will be fucking water jet cut. That is shit. It's rusty. It's rusting. That's rust. Not painted rust. That's real rust. What the fuck are they playing at? Come off it. Inky, I'm taking it off you, bro. Someone said, yeah, we could actually make MDF terrain out of metal. And no one thought to say, no, don't do that. The circles aren't even aligned. They're supposed to be fans. That is awful. Why steel? Cold roll for consistency. 100% recyclable. Midlands manufactured. Naturally patinates. Patinas? Are they based in Sheffield? I'm going to go around and fucking kill them. I'm not going to do that. I don't know why I said kill them. I'm going to go around and be like, what the fuck are you playing at? Why did I say that? It is awful. Are they based in Sheffield? Stop it. No. Why steel? Yeah, why exactly? Yeah, what the fuck? What a fucking joke. That looks so shit. It'd be heavy as fuck as well. So people actually bought it. One backer bought a full block. 10 backers bought the early bird. And that was it. They get funded, yeah. Wild. I'm going to do the word. I'm getting too aggressive. Imagine knocking it over mid-game. Yeah, fucking hell. One, I'd cut myself. That's the thing. I'd cut myself and probably get tetanus. It's metal. It's rusted metal. It'll be sharp as fuck. Because they definitely haven't gone around and sanded it. Hello. Are you biting my nose? Imagine all your magnetic bases sticking to it. You know, that would actually be beast. Because at least you can't knock your models off, you know? At least you can't knock your models off. That's kind of a good thing. But yeah. Hello. Is it cuddle time? Is that what's up? They could climb the walls. So jokes aside, Mercenary Key the other day, okay, messaged me and said, why don't you make a rubber metal battle mat? So you can, so your models don't stick to the board so you can't knock them. I was like, that's a dumb idea. Yeah, he's late as cuddle time. Normally when I'm playing games, he'll sit here while I'm playing and then just like make biscuits all over. Can you hear him pairing? Maybe you can't. What's that? Hey! Did you hear that? Use magnetic dice, imagine. Why not? But yeah, if you had magnetic models, then at least it won't fall over. Are you going to sit down or not? Can I do the Wordle? Do you mind? I don't normally stream this late. That's why he's going crazy. He's like, come on, man. Bro. Can I do the Wordle? I'm going to do the Wordle, okay. Can I type penis? I typed penis on the wrong fucking tab. Oh, god damn it. One letter? Are you joking? Rift. Hello. Hello. Literally, sorry, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Yeah, literally. You're making biscuits on my shoulder. Is that what you're doing? Okay. Hey! Hey! Stop that. Trink. Nope. Try. There's no I in the middle. There's no R. Tiamat. Timed. Mwah. Thank you. Thank you. Ditch. Oh! Oh, come on. There's no T. Oh, there is a T. Have I had CH already? No. Dit. Ditat. Ditto. Double T? Oh, come on. Ditty? Ditty. What's ditty? What's ditty? I've never heard of that word. Hey. Come off the monitor. He loves to scratch the monitor. What does ditty mean? A short, simple song. I've never heard of that before. Hey. 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 Do a little ditty. I've never heard of that before. Never ever. How weird. I want to do a quick one. I don't want to do. Should I do connections and call it, or should I do bundle? Connections or bundle? I think your washing machine does when it's done. Connections or bundle, chat? Will I do one? Because I'm running quite late. I want to go play Rebirth. Okay, let's do bundle then. Bundle's fun. Inky's clearly had enough of me streaming. Right, 1961. Part 2. 433 million views. Oh. No, we don't have the bubble wrap, please. Don't come up here. Ink, don't come sit up here. He's so lost. He's such in snuggle mode. I recognize it. I recognize that last bit. I can't remember the fucking words. Do you ever like remember a song where you just can't remember any of the words you're saying it? That's literally me all the time. It's Valentine's themed. Hello. Can't help falling in love, Presley. Ah, let's go. Yeah, we got it in 2. That's the par. We got it in 2, chat. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks so much for hanging out from me and Inky. You gonna say bye to the chat? You gonna say bye to the chat, are you? You're making so it loves the smell of my hair now. Presley is dead, yeah. I don't know. He is that old. He's not that old, actually, because he's dead. Lambo did get it in 1. Yeah, fair play. Fair play. I only half remembered that song. So thanks so much for watching from me and Ink. I'm going to put my outro song on now, Ink. Is that okay? Do you mind if I put my outro song on? And then we'll go. I can't find it. I don't play this one. Why not? We'll play this one as an outro. Come off my mic. Your claws in the microphone. Please don't. This is expensive, bro. Say bye, Inky. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Thanks for all the members. Hope you enjoyed the Wallace and Gromit segment. And hopefully, I'll catch you... Oh, you had enough. I'll catch you Monday. Bye, Inky. Say bye. Wave bye. Bye. Bye from me and the cat. Mwah. Thanks for watching, everyone. Appreciate you. Bye-bye.